will be recorded. And Dr. Mike's going to start with his opening. He's going to greet everyone and do his opening remarks. So, Dr. Mike, go ahead.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our first President's Council meeting of the 25-26 school year. So excited to see all of you guys on. And more importantly, I'm hoping as many of you as possible are willing to serve in those additional roles that we so badly need for us at the district level, whether it's through the lens of a president, vice president, secretary, treasurer. We really do need you guys to to step up and assume some of those roles for us to make sure that all the necessary information is shared with you guys widely. So if you want to put that hat in the ring, I do encourage you to do so. As I said to our principals, assistant principals, and during our CEC and district leadership team meetings, we did have a really great opening this year, and I think that is in large part to the work of our building leaders, our teachers, our parents, as well as our kids, for working together to make sure that our opening was as smooth as possible. So I do thank you guys for that. What I am going to put into the chat, I do have a presentation. I don't know that I'm going to go through the entire deck with you guys, just because I know that you have a night full of elections. But we do have a few things that I'd like you to be aware of as parents. So I'm going to put into the chat a link to today's presentation, just so that you have it. And what's included in here are things that I did share with the CEC, including our key points of emphasis this year, the goals that we've set for the school year, as well as the progress that we made during the 24-25 school year. We have seen a good amount of progress from one year to the next, growing by about 6% from 1 year over to the next in ELA, and about 2% overall in mathematics. Some of our schools growing by leaps and bounds from where they were last year. So we're really happy with some of the progress, and know that we still have a lot more room to go from where we are now to where we want to be. So overall, we're on 64% of our school students are currently at proficient levels in reading, and just under 69% in mathematics. What you'll see inside of the deck that I shared was the growth that we've made with our subgroups, particularly our Hispanic learners, our Black learners, our students with IEPs, as well as our ELs. What you'll find inside of the deck is a really important connection to our English language learners this year. We have roughly 28% of our students are students that speak a language other than English. And we know that is a group that we do need to emphasize as a district community, so that we can continue to bolster the performance of our district, number one, but certainly to make sure as many of our children are reading on grade level by the time they leave us in the 8th grade. Our ELs, for those of you who are not, and I'm sure you are aware of this, but we get our English language learners across grade levels. We don't just get them in kindergarten or 1st or 2nd grade. But we get them over the course of time, which means it's all that much more important for us to emphasize when our kids come into us that we're building that language. The other thing that I want to emphasize with you too is this notion of connection before content. And we're asking all of our schools to do so in our buildings, which means that before we start any of our work, that we're trying to build relationships among staff, but also relationships among students with their staff, and students with students. What we have seen over the years is our kids kind of indicating that they don't necessarily always have the best relationships with some of their peers, and this often a commentary that comes from our middle schoolers. So we do want to emphasize the importance of that. And what you'll see inside of the deck that I would love for all of you to engage in is this idea of wellness, kindness, and community. So we've been working with the CEC to organize around what that might mean. I sent out a Padlet to all of our community members to add some of your own thoughts around what that definition should be so that we can work on growing through that as a district. So that is present inside of our district tool, and I encourage you guys to work through that and give us some feedback as we develop that with our students and with our families across District 25. I'm just really excited to be here with you guys. I do have a lot to share, and we'll do so during our next President's Council meeting in October. But I do encourage you to look through those slides that I have shared. It gives you a whole background of where we're going for the 25-26 school year. If you do have any specific questions, I'd be happy to answer them now before I unfortunately have to head into another meeting tonight. All right, I thank you guys, and I really do encourage you to run for some of those positions in the district. We do need you. So I'm hoping to be connecting with some of you real soon about that. But good luck to all of you that are running, and I wish you a great election and looking forward to chatting with you all soon. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you,
Bye,
Dr. Mike.
See you later. Good luck tonight.
I'm gonna share my screen. Back to slide. Does everyone see my my slide? Okay, Louis, you have to help me admit any parents coming in. I can't see
Sure, I got
anything.
it.
Okay, so again, welcome to tonight's President's Council meeting and election. Thank you so much for being here. I know it's everyone's taking time out of your busy day to be here. Today's agenda is, welcome, and we're going to approve June meeting from minutes. So for those who are returning PAPTAs, I do recognize many of you. So if you can help me make motions to approve the minutes from June, that would be great. Superintendent just had his opening remarks, and then we're going to go straight to the PAPTA election. And then after the election, we're going to go over some PAPTA reminders. And I will talk a little bit about the DOE external email accounts. And we're gonna share some PAPTA link information and some upcoming meetings, and then open up to any questions that you may have. Any meeting minutes that are approved will be can be found on the D25's website on the President's Council. I will go over our D25 websites in a bit so you can see exactly where all those meeting documents or any meeting slides are being posted, and it's public for everyone here, everyone. Tonight's election is to fill our 3 vacancies. We have vacancies for the president of the President's Council. We have treasurer of the President's Council, and we have recording secretary of the President's Council. So we have 3 vacancies. Before we go over the election, I'm gonna tell you a little bit of the purpose of having what the purpose is to have a President's Council. And I have listed some of the my note into the bullet points. Okay, so President's Council are composed of all PAPTA's presidents or their designated representative in their school district. According to the Chancellor's Regulation A660, a President's Council must be established in each school community across the 5 boroughs, including high schools and D75 schools. President's Council's meetings are open to the public. However, only president or the designated representative may attend for quorum and voting purposes. President's Council are established to support and serve as a mentorship for the PAPTAs within the school district, and some of the responsibilities are to hold monthly meetings and share important resources and best practices to support a PAPTA who might struggle, or a brand new group of PAPTA parents who don't have any experiences, providing guidance on the bylaws and elections, serving as a unified parent voice within the district. The President's Council of the are also The president of the President's Council also serves as a mandated member on the DLT, which is the district leadership team, and attend monthly meetings with the superintendent and the team. In addition to the DLT, the president of the President's Council also serves on the Citywide Council of Presidents, the CPAC. CPAC is a composition of all the presidents from all NYC President's Councils. CPAC meets monthly with the central DOE leadership, including representatives from the Chancellor's office and other city educational officials. Now we're gonna start with elections. So President's Council election, whoever who get elected holds, it's a one-year term, it's 2000 to 2026, and the term starts today and ends on June 30th. Each election, I'm gonna read the duties of that role. So we're gonna start with the president or co-president. Hold on. So the duties include, but are limited to, preside over all council meetings, encourage a meaningful participation in all parent and school activities, delegate responsibilities to members of the council as needed, attend all regular meetings of the President's Council, serve as a mandatory member of the district leadership team, which is the DLT, meet regularly with the executive board membership, plan the agendas for the general membership meetings, assist with the June transfer of council record, including all pertinent users' IDs and password for the incoming executive board, serve as one of the eligible signatories on checks if the council is engaged in any fundraising. Co-presidents, in the event that we have two co-presidents, they must determine who would be serving on the DLT and who would be attending the Chancellor's, the CPAC. So that's a common and practical way to divide responsibilities between the co-presidents in the DOE. We're gonna open the floor. I'm gonna stop sharing for now. Where's the stop sharing button? My panel disappeared. Oh, stop sharing. Okay. So now is the excitement. We're gonna open the floor to nominate the for any nomination for the president of the President's Council. Does anyone want to nominate themselves to become the president of our President's Council? I'm gonna look at my timer.
I would like
Does
to
any-
nominate myself.
Veronica, let me put your name down. Leanne. Okay, PS165. Anyone? Oh, we have someone in the waiting room, Amit. Does anyone else wanna nominate themselves or run with Veronica? We can have two co-presidents. Anyone else? Anyone else want to run with Veronica and work closely with the district team?
If Veronica is open to it, I would run as co-president with her, but I don't want to run against her.
I'm open to it. I believe in partnership and collaboration. So that's what makes this district beautiful. So I'm open.
Okay, I'll run as your co-president.
I'm
Sounds
getting
good.
goosebumps. I'm all touched. I'm getting goosebumps. Anyone else want to run? I know course is 2, right? Last time I went to a face training, there's a course is 2. It's not 3. It's not a whole team. It's 2. It's a perfect team of 2. Anyone else want to run against them? We are voting. We're gonna. Okay. So I'm gonna give Veronica 1 minute to introduce yourself. Veronica.
Well, my name is Veronica Piedra Leon. I am the PTA president for PS 165. Both of my children are here. My son recently transferred from PS 91 District 24, a Horizon program, to the NEST program here in PS 165. I believe in collaboration. I believe in partnership. And I believe that our district, District 25, has been a home not only to my son now, but to many other children who come from out of districts to receive the education that D25 provides. And what I want to do is continue to foster that partnerships across the district and continue to elevate the parents, the voice of parents. So I want to work with all of you and learn from all of you, because that's the only way that we support our children. So that's me out. Besides that, I'm a social worker and I do work in the community, and I've been a public servant, and I will go to bat for whoever we need to make sure that we stand up together and we work for the kids. That's what we are here for.
I love it. I love it. Oh, I love your passion to help the community. Rachel, you have one. Give you. I don't know. I didn't even time Veronica. I'm sorry. Rachel, whatever you need, please introduce
That's
yourself.
okay. Hi, I'm Rachel Baltodano. I just finished serving 2 terms as president of President's Council, so I'm more than happy to be a co-president and share the load. I've been president at PSIS 499 for the last 3 years. This year I'm serving as a co-president, so I'm also looking forward to having help there. I am also co-president at 2 of my sons' high school, Cardozo and a different district, which will not be named. So I've been involved in parent leadership since my senior was in kindergarten. So that's how long I've been around District 25 as a parent leader. And so my youngest is still in 499 in District 25, and I've been enjoying working with District 25 and working with the district office, with Jenny, with Lewis, and with Dr. Mike and Umit. So it's been a great opportunity to learn a lot.
Thank you, Rachel. And I've known Rachel for 3 years, and I worked very closely with Rachel last year because my family leadership coordinator, she moved on to another role. So it was my, time to take over some of her responsibilities. And one of the responsibility was to work closely with Rachel, and she's very knowledgeable. So we are in good hands. And yeah, thank you. Louis, do you have any poll? Do we get some thumbs up? Can anyone put some in the chat? We can't see everyone's faces
So
because
we're not, did anyone else want to run? No, right?
so should we just have the parents put it in the chat to say yes to the codes, to have both Rachel and Veronica run as a co-president? Can everyone put their comments? We just need yes, no, or abstain.
Yeah, because there's no real voting since there's no one
Yeah.
to vote
Yep.
for. There's only
So-
one group running.
So we're gonna check let's give it a few more minutes and we'll check the chat.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, love it. They keep coming in. And Louis, everything on the chat would be included on our minute, right? We'll be including.
Yeah, we can download it. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I just want to make sure. So I don't have to write everyone's name down.
Mhm.
We got a lot of yeses. Okay, let me close my chat. Yay, congratulations to our new co-presidents, Rachel and Veronica.
Thank you
Okay.
very much. Thank you.
I look very forward to be working with both of you. Let me pull up my slide. Share. Okay, so the next will be the treasurer. The treasurer's duty include but are not limited to responsible for all financial affairs and funds of the President's Council, responsible for submitting the President's Council financial reports, maintain an updated record of all income and expenditure, serve as one of the signatories on the check. So we're gonna open the floor for any nominations for our treasurer, President's Council. Anyone who want to work closely with Rachel and Veronica, please nominate yourself.
I would also just like to mention that the President's Council in most recent years has not engaged in any fundraising, nor have they spent any money. So the duty of the treasurer is very minimal. I think that's a safe word to use. So
Louis is trying to sell the position.
that's it.
Things might change, but for now, yeah,
I'm just talking about the past. I can't talk
Yes,
about the future,
yes.
but you as the President's Council the board will get to decide that.
Anyone wanna open their camera, open their microphone, and nominate themselves to become the treasurer of the President's Council? It's 1-year term. If you say yes and get elected, the term will start today or tomorrow, and it will end on June 30th. Anyone?
I do have approval to nominate Mirna Pacheco as
Okay.
treasurer. I
Okay.
have confirmed via text that she is willing to accept the nomination.
Okay. Anyone else who want to run with Myrna? Want to become the co-treasurer with Myrna or run against Myrna? Anyone? Okay. Can we in the chat again get some yes to have to elect Myrna to become our treasurer of the President's Council? Oh, I see a lot of yeses popping up on my screen. Wait, Louis, did you check the screen? We got more than 8. Yay! Congratulations to Myrna. Myrna is now our treasurer of the President's Council. Let me share my screen again. I'm gonna go to the next. Our last is the recording secretary or co-recording secretaries if we have two who want to run together. The duties of the recording secretary shall include but are not limited to the following, and I know Louis is gonna bring up some AI into this afterwards. Record all minutes for all President's Council meetings, prepare notice, agenda, sign-in sheet, and materials for distribution, prepare and read the minutes for President's Council meetings, incorporate all amendments into the bylaws, ensure that all signed copies of the bylaws with the latest amendments are on file in the superintendent's office, assist with the June transfer of record, including pertinent ID, user ID and password for the incoming and executive board, and serve as one of the eligible signatories on checks if the President's Council are engaged in any fundraising. Stop sharing.
So
Um,
if treasurer is the easiest position, the recording secretary is the second easiest one because all of the meetings, for pretty far back have been virtual, and all of the meetings are recorded. So not only do you have access to the video recording that you could listen to and jot down notes as you listen to the replay, but we also get the text as a transcript. And we literally take that transcript file, we throw it into ChatGPT, and it spits out minutes. And all you really need to do is just read it over, maybe correct some names, make a little bit of changes, but it really gives you a great starting point. So if you are someone that's nervous about capturing details and getting all that stuff, besides the AI piece, all the recordings are there. So I would encourage you to think of that if you're considering running.
And Louis is usually very, very good in supporting with that. He will go into the Zoom, take that minutes and draft it for us so it's ready. He will send it to me and I'll forward it to you. So basically it takes you no time. And the June meeting that we had, they disappear after 3 months. So from June to September, I asked Louis, oh, can you give me the meeting minutes from June? He said it's no longer there. So I have to go back to rewatch everything. That was 1 hour to rewatch it and handwrite everything and then put it into Word. And then I used ChatGPT to say bullet point. So it took me over 1 hour to create a minute. But with Louis's help, I would say less than 5 minutes. Anyone? Anyone want to help the district in filling this role? We need you. And you'll be working closely with these wonderful ladies. We have Rachel, we have Veronica, we have Myrna, and you'll be working closely with me and Louis as well. Anyone?
I'll also add that we need to fill all of these positions in order
We
to
do,
have
yeah.
a functioning president's council. So
Just like the schools, they would need 3, PTA president, recording secretary, and treasurer. We at the district level also need that at the president's council to have a complete successful board. Anyone? And me and Louis, again, we will do anything to support you, to help you, anything you guys need. We are here to help and support. Anyone? Anyone? Treasurer? No, recording secretary. I'm sorry, recording secretary. Anyone? I don't want to call out names. I don't want to make that person awkward. I do see some faces. I really want to, anyone? I guess not for now, but we will continue. We will mention these vacancies at our upcoming, meetings, and then hopefully we will have someone at that time wants to step up and become our recording secretary of the President's Council. Louis, we good?
yeah, I don't see any names in
Yeah.
the chat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to make sure
We can revisit the position before we end for tonight as well.
Okay. So
Yeah.
let me share my screen again. Here are some of the reminders. Oh, go back. So these are just some of the reminders. That's much more. So PAPTA bylaws must be reviewed every year. So it is a great time for the new, member to make sure we review it at our upcoming meetings. And need to be updated every 3 years. PAPTA and SLT election certification forms. So each school, once this election is successful, we will have the election committee to fill out that form, and the the principal signs that form. So that form needs to be kept 3 places. We recommend that. We want the PAPTA to keep the original. We want the parent coordinator to keep a copy. And I also keep a copy in case we get audited, because we did recently get audited and they went all the way back to 2019 and we will have to pull up everything. So it was, it was a lot of work, but it was doable at the end. But if everyone keeps a copy, we will have no problem finding anything. And Louis and I will been asking for, a digital copy so we can save everything into our drive. And then every PAPTA have to submit a financial report, which is due twice a year. One time is January 31st and June 30th. You will have the parent coordinator reaching out to you to remind you about, these due dates, because we also have monthly meetings with our parent coordinators, so they are aware of these dates coming up. They won't be harassing you because I told them not to harass anyone, but they will kindly remind you that this is due. And then, of course, I know most of you will wait for the bank statement to arrive. So once the bank statements arrive, you have the forms on the DOE's website. You fill out the expenses, the income, and then you do the total balance and make sure it matches with the bank statement, of course. And then a PAPT proposed budget report is due by June membership meeting. So usually when you have that June membership meeting is also when the proposed budget is due. A little bit about the DOE external email accounts. So it rolled out in the beginning of 2024, but it didn't happen till I would say much later on in the 2024 September maybe school year, where we were asked to create a DOE external email accounts for all our parent leaders. So you are all our parent leaders, which is PAPTA, executive board, and our Title I schools, which is the PAC. Title I schools, we have the PAC chair, the PAC alternate, and the PAC secretary. So every parent leaders are entitled for a parent DOE external email account. And with this account, you will have access to it's called the Google Workspace now. So you will have access to Gmail, the Meet, the Drive, the Google Doc, the Google Slide, and the Sheet. So we have someone entering the room to us. And then you will also have access to Word, Excel sheet, and PowerPoint if you want to use those for your meetings. And then you also have access to Zoom, which is unlimited. Without this account, Zoom is only used up for 45 minutes, and after 45 minutes, people will be kicked out. But with our DOE external email accounts, you will have unlimited Zoom accounts. So if you want to hold your, monthly meetings, you can use Zoom, and don't worry that your meeting went over the 45 minutes. And all DOE issue accounts looks like this. DOE is at DOE external .nyc. Before it might be your initials, and then they all are subject to the and follows the NYC DOE electronic and security and privacy policies. Those are internet acceptable use policies. Those policies are clickable links, so you can click in and read more if you want to. PAPT.
Jenny, can I ask you a question? On that email, is there any way we can link that up to our Apple email? Like the only way I can get into this is to go actually to the website. Is there any way we can link it to my Apple email so I can just see everything all at once?
Yeah, you should be able to add that account to a mail application. That's what you're asking, right?
Yes.
One thing I would recommend doing is downloading the Outlook app for iPhone. It's free on the App Store, and then you can add it to that. So it won't be in line with your personal email accounts, but it'll be in an app that you don't have to log in every time. Okay,
perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, we got it.
Oh, I'm happy IS-25 stopped me for a second because I did forget something. So DIIT was supposed to create a share inbox. So for everyone, for each school to have, connections to the same inbox, which is linked to the PAPTA bank. So there's a pause on their end for now. And there's also a pause on my end to see, what's going on. So if your parent coordinators do not reach out to you to create this account, is because there's been a pause on the DIIT side, and I will follow up with them. And once we have more updates, I will, I'll make sure our parent coordinators are aware and will reach out to you. Once everything is, ready to go, I will make sure they reach out to you and create the DOE external email accounts for each of you. So that I forgot to say. PTA Link, also referred as the New York Appleseed, is an organization organized by parent volunteers. And they are very, very helpful with any PAPTA related questions. I even reach out to them sometimes for support. They do offer every Thursday, there's an office hour from 10 to 11. And there's a QR code that you can scan and to click to log into the Zoom call. And you can follow them by using Facebook, Instagram, and then X, which is the old Twitter, and LinkedIn. So you can click on this because that's just a copy from mine, but you can click on the red line, subscribe. You can subscribe and follow them. They will send you updates and emails. That's where I get a lot of their information. So you can subscribe and sign up, and you can follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and X. And these are clickable links that I have inserted right here. DPAC election is coming up, same like PAPTA, President's Council. All Title I schools are required to have parent leaders to sit on the DPAC to decide on how to spend that 1% set aside fund. So DPAC are also having, monthly meetings to discuss on how to spend that 1%. And our DPAC election is coming up on September 30th. And once we have established our DPAC, we're going to come up with more meeting dates. CEC, we have new members and our meeting started in July. If you would like to see how a CEC meeting goes, you can come in person. It happens once a month here at Linden Place at 7 o'clock on these dates. Or you can watch online via our hybrid link, which is d25.nyc. And again, I will show you our website in a few seconds. Oh, it's right here. So our website, the district website is d25.nyc, very, very simple. Once you click on it, if you go to public meetings, this is where you find all our link to the meetings. We have the CEC meetings, we have the DLT meetings, and next to the DLT, there's a little arrow. This is where you, if you want to attend our DPAC meetings for Title I's, back to public meetings. How do I go back to this one? Oh. How do I exit the arrow? Family. Oh,
Just click on the public meetings again.
okay. Let me go public. Can I refresh? Okay, let me refresh. I didn't know how to exit, so. Okay, public meetings, and then President's Council meeting and recording and parent chat. Under contact, you will see, under about us, you will see all of us, what we do, how we look like, and our responsibilities. So here is the District 25 team. If you go under our schools, you will find contact information if you need to reach out to any parent coordinators or any principals. Here you see a list of the principals, their contact information, their names, which location. And on the second one, you will find all the parent coordinators and their contact information. Right now we have 2 vacancies. No, just one. Pre-K centers, they don't get a parent coordinator. So right now we only have a vacancy at 214. Let me go back to the website. If you go to events, this is where you can see all our district events. And we do encourage you to, go in once in a blue moon, look at the event, and then share with, with other parents who might not know where to find these events. Louis, I don't see any flyers.
Yeah, we're working on getting the new flyers for the new school year.
Okay.
Now, the only events that we have on the calendar so far are our special ed workshops. And they begin in not for a while, not until like next month or so. So we still have time for that. But yeah,
Okay.
if you go to the site, it will always be updated with the most with the events coming up first up top, and then you scroll down, you'll see all the events that we have for the rest of the year.
And again, our district website is d25.nyc. Does anyone have any questions? Let me stop sharing.
Hi, I'm
Did
sorry.
anyone
Can
think
you
of-
can you hear me? I'm so sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm Rosanna Galiev, the new PT president for PS 209. I just had a quick question. Would it be possible to share the district flyers on social media? Is that okay for us, to share everything and keep it posted?
Yeah, if
Yes.
that's the way that you communicate with your families, absolutely, that's perfectly fine. The only thing I will remind you, and this is something that we have to think about at the district when we're posting on social media as well, is who is the audience for an event. So, for
Gotcha.
example, and it's fine. We get that social media is a great way to get stuff out. But like, let's say there's an event at one school, we won't necessarily post it online because our audience is the entire district. But yeah, when we're having events, we post them on social media. So you can share our Facebook page, our post. You can, repost our Instagram story and stuff like that. Yeah, that's no problem.
And I also had another quick question. So
Mhm.
I was assigned an external email last year when I was vice president of the
Mhm.
PTA, and now that I'm president, I would assume that the email stays the same, correct?
It stays the same. Yep, correct. No changes.
Okay. So when I tried using it to go
Mhm.
into Zoom to run one of my first meetings, it wasn't.
Mhm.
I came across some difficulty. I don't know if it was maybe a login process or um, it just gave me a little trouble doing that. And I even met with the parent coordinator. So is
Okay.
there any way, like, would I have had to been put on it from the outside first, or?
You have to
So
log. Okay, Louis, go
yeah,
ahead.
when is the last time you used it? Because the passwords on these accounts do expire every 90 days. So it's possible, I don't know when the last time you successfully logged in, let's say to check the email. Have you done that recently?
So I had tried to log in recently, and while I was with the parent coordinator just last week, I had to go and change the password.
Mhm.
So we did change it.
Okay.
Oh,
But
good, good.
it
So
was still
you're able
giving.
to log into your email.
I had difficulty with that, so I don't know. I have to pretty much. I may have to tweak it once again. I had some trouble with it. But once I'm in, um, when I tried to log in to start a Zoom, it just wasn't allowing me. It was telling me it wasn't allowed. It was
Yeah,
very interesting.
we have
Sorry.
to make sure we log into some of these platforms using SSO, which stands for single sign-on. When you first go to the Zoom app or the Zoom login, it's going to
Okay.
say email address and password. And you're going to be like, oh, this is where I enter my email address and my password. And that's actually not where you do it. There should be a button on the below that says SSO for single sign-on. You would click on that, and that's going to redirect you to the Department of Education login. And that's where you enter your username and your password. So if you want to call Jenny during the
I just inserted
Mhm.
my email
Yeah.
inside the chat. So please reach out to me and then we can meet virtually. I can call you on
Yep.
Teams and then we can go through it step by step together.
Fantastic. That was actually my question because I don't know if our parent coordinator reached out to you, but I think she said she was going to try to. So if that's okay, I'll definitely email you. I appreciate
And
it. Thank you.
yeah, that is totally okay. Just email me and then we'll set up a date or I'll send you a team link and then we'll walk through it step by step. And also maybe on our next meetings, if it's okay with the, current executive board members that Louis can attend. And Louis is really, really tech savvy. So he can even have a little slide on how to sign into Google, Zoom account. He's been doing that in the past and hopefully Louis will do it again.
If Louis can, that would be gratefully appreciated.
Well,
Thank
for
you.
now, I will guide you. I will help you. And then if Louis can come back and
Thank
remind,
you.
sometimes you just need
Whomever.
refreshments. How
Yeah.
did I do this again? That would be great. That would be Louis.
All
Louis is
right.
quiet
Thank
right
you.
now.
Yeah.
Okay.
We reach out. Thank you.
Yes, reach out to me. You have my email.
Yep, that's no problem. I
Excellent.
can do that. I can do that next month
Um,
if Rachel and Vanessa want.
And the easiest way to contact me by phone, I'm gonna say 718, no, not this one, 347-850-3048. Okay, you can also call this one and it will go to me. So whatever you prefer, phone, emails, I'm here for you. Anyone else? Any other questions? Charlotte? It's very dark, but I saw your hand.
Um, I'm a new PTA president, and this is the first time I've actually cleaned out our PTA room. It's been decades. So I'm coming across a lot of old files, and I was just wondering because I looked through the bylaws and I didn't really see like Maybe I missed a section of where, 6 years?
Everything has to be kept for 6 years,
Okay,
everything. So
thank
when we
you.
got audited a few months ago, they went back to 2019. It's like exactly 6 years. So we have to go back
Okay,
and dig everything up from the COVID time. That was like during COVID.
yeah,
And me and Lewis and everyone's like, scratching our heads but we were able to locate all the files.
thank goodness.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah. So that's
good to
why we'll
know.
try.
It's
So
good to
that's
know
why
because
we
I mean,
want to.
I have things from 2008, and I was just like in my head, I felt really old for the fact that like that's like almost 20 years ago. I just wanted to make sure I
So
got the math
6
right.
year, but
So
but
6 years,
in case we want to include 2019, let's throw away anything
right?
prior to
7 years. I figured like
2018.
taxes. It would
Yeah,
be like
just
taxes,
in
7
case,
years.
just to save that 1 year because it's right on the border of
Right.
that school
Okay.
year.
So I
Yeah,
will go with 7 years. Thank you so much.
no problem. Anyone else? Anyone thought about it and wants to run for the recording secretary? Again, it's a very easy role and we really need you. And you will be working with a great, great, great group of people. So I'm almost begging.
Jenny, I was able to log on in Smyrna.
Verna, congratulations, you are our treasure.
Yeah,
We
I
voted,
heard.
we voted you in.
Thank you guys. Thank you. I was on a call with my son's school, so sorry about that.
Thank you, Myrna. Appreciate you.
We all appreciate you.
Thank
Anyone? Myrna, we're trying to find a recording secretary, so I'm like begging everyone.
Louis,
And
you said
again,
something interesting last time. It was a easy position because AI could record
he,
everything
he,
for you.
he already said
Yeah,
it.
so
Oh,
Zoom,
sorry.
yeah, I already said it. I already did my speech. I'm sorry. But
It's
yeah, it definitely is. AI makes it easy to take. So we got the transcript from Zoom. And what's great about Zoom meetings, it literally will bullet point, Lewis said this, then it'll say Jenny and what Jenny said, and Rachel, what Rachel said. And you throw that into AI and you basically say, make this into meeting minutes for me. You can even say things like make this into meeting minutes for me with next steps, like things that you discussed that you need to do before the next meeting. And it will actually pull all that information out and make it into a very concise single page set of minutes. And then all we have to do as humans is read it, make sure nothing weird is going on, maybe correct some names, and then you're done. So it's very, very good. It definitely gives you a good starting point, I would say. Probably better than that. It basically does it all for you, but it's definitely a good starting point. You're not starting from a blank page.
And there's even a video of Lewis walking you through it. If you go back to December 24
Yes, I did.
at the 1 hour and 30 something mark,
Oh,
or
Lord.
uh,
Okay.
1 hour and 15-minute mark, something like that. You can watch, and I shared it with my recording secretaries, and they absolutely loved me for it because it made their job so much easier. And
Nice. That's what I want.
we've no longer had issues filling the recording secretary thanks to Lewis's genius.
Oh, nice. And maybe
hack.
when we go over Zoom, logging into Zoom and doing that stuff, we can also do downloading the transcript and uploading it to AI and stuff like that. We can go over that too. And we have a new AI option now too. Last year, I think we went over using Microsoft Copilot to make the minutes. This year, we also have access to the Google AI assistant, which is called, someone remind me the name. Google
Gemini, I think.
Gemini, that's
Oh.
right. Yeah, Google Gemini. So yeah, we now have access not only to Microsoft Copilot with our DOE logins, and again, we're using all the AI tools that allow us to log in with our DOE accounts because those are protected accounts that are up to the privacy standards that we have. So last year we only had Copilot, and this year we have Copilot and Gemini from Google that we can log in with our DOE external accounts. So we can go over that next month as well.
Okay, so just a quick, I know I came on a little late. So I was secretary at one point and treasurer, and this I guess will be my second year as treasurer. I gotta say we have a really good team. I knew nothing about nothing, and everyone helped me. So it's something to think about, and you're not alone. You have a team. The district team is right behind you, and as well as District 25, all the presidents, we're there for you. We don't let anyone, suffer or be let down. And I'm a product of that. So I'm here again, running, treasurer again. Not that I wanted to add more to my plate, but because we do have a really good team. I know we can make this year work just fine, and it's not going to be stressful. So think about it. There's also, co-secretary, so you have someone to help you with. And that's how I ran the first time. I said I'll run, but only if I had a co, because it's a lot to take. But once I ran and once I did it, it was easy peasy. So it's something to think about.
In the past, me and Louis has also, created the minutes, by using the AI and email it to the, recording secretary. You just save it, and then you will bring it up to the President's Council meeting. You'll make sure everything sounds good, and you just read it to, to all the, to the audience during the meeting. So we don't mind supporting with that again until you feel comfortable, but we'll do anything for you all. So please think about it, okay? Maybe till next month, think about it, no pressure. And then hopefully we'll get someone as a recording secretary, so. All right, it is now 7:23. Can I have someone to make a motion to adjourn this meeting, this election?
This is Rachel. I make a motion.
Thank you, Rachel. Does anyone want to
This is
second
Myrna.
it?
Second.
Thank you so much, Myrna. In the chat, I have my informations email. So please, those who are elected for tonight, please email me your first name, last name, home address, phone number, and email. And I will make sure the certification form will be filled out. And I'll email Rachel and Veronica a copy. And I will keep a copy on my own, okay? So if you can do that, I will greatly appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, and have a great night. And thank you so much again for making this a successful election and easy and painless for me. Thank you. Can't ask for more. Yay!
So,
Just say I do.
Oh my God.
Say
You're not
yes,
recording.
please.
We're all begging you.
So
What
what
would
are the- what-
you'd have to explain to me what I would have to do, Jenny,
I'll
because
call you. I'll call you tomorrow.
okay.
Anything for you.
I'm not
Anything.
gonna, just call me. I don't wanna, I can't say yes now. We'll talk. I promise. We'll talk.
Right, no, so listen, the right thing to do would be to have another election
Yeah.
just for that one role
Okay.
next month. Oh,
Okay,
when is
well,
next month's meeting? We never, when is it?
We're
'Cause
gonna
we
work
never
on that.
we never set them because of we didn't have a President's Council.
So in the past, we kept it as the last Monday of the month or
Third
second?
Third
Third
Monday.
Monday of, shall we continue?
So that will be October 20th, which should be fine. I
There's
don't
no
think there's any
school.
holidays.
That's
Oh, is there a
Diwali.
holiday?
There's no school.
We can still
Ah,
meet
wah,
up.
wah,
No,
wah,
I'm
wah.
just joking.
No.
I'm
So
just
we would
joking.
either do it on the 13th, which I think is that a holiday too?
There's no school.
So it will be the 27th.
27th. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we'll try to keep all those the third Mondays of the month unless there's a holiday, and then we'll push it to the following
We'll
Monday.
compensate, right?
Okay,
Okay. So
okay.
October 22nd. Okay.
I have to
27th.
jump off, Jenny, but I do love you and we'll
Love
talk.
you. I'll call you tomorrow.
Okay, Jenny.
All right,
Good
you
night,
can stop
everybody.
recording.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Good
Now I'll
night.
stop
Thank you,
recording
Nicole.
again.